Madison Redia has joined us in the studio for business. Madison, so KiwiSaver funds are going towards startup companies, are they?
This is a new venture that's been formed within the business consulting firm, The Icehouse. Now, this new venture is called Icehouse Ventures, for lack of a better term, and it's merged all of its startup-related activities. So things like its capital raising funds, it has a few of those, and also its business acceleration programs. Now, it's being backed by a KiwiSaver provider, the no-frills one called Simplicity, and also Sir Stephen Tyndall's investment fund called K1W1. Also within that is also the investment banking firm FNZC is behind this too. Simplicity is committing $100 million to this over 10 years, so over a decade. They're initially stumping up just $2 million of that. The rest is tentative, depending on how it goes. Now, the owner of Simplicity, Sam Stubbs, he says that up until now, KiwiSavers have essentially missed out on any profits and returns created by high-growth companies. He cited ones like Rocket Lab and LanzaTech, which haven't actually listed on the New Zealand Stock Exchange, but they have moved offshore and done very well. So he expects after this move, he expects other KiwiSaver providers to follow his lead and to look at investing in startup businesses too.
Interesting. And also we've got figures out, latest figures on the service sectors. How's it doing?
Not so great, actually. This is the BNZ Business New Zealand Performance of Services Index. Now, it fell 0.9 points in the month of March to a measure of 52.9. Now, that's on the back of a 2.7 point fall in the month of February. So it's a pretty negative start to the year for the services sector. It's now at the lowest level since December 2012. But we should note too that any measure over 50 still indicates expansion, so could and certainly has been worse previously. Now, the Chief Executive of Business New Zealand, Kirk Hope, he said that some of the details in the month of March results are a little bit concerning. He pointed to new orders being down. They're down to their lowest level since September 2012, and sales also slipped. But there was a little bit of positive news in the result too. The number of positive comments from businesses actually rose. Most of them are saying it's business as usual, but there are obviously some that are concerned about the future of the economy.
OK, well, wrap up the markets and the dollar for us then.
The NZX Top 50 Index is up 0.8% tonight. That's a 75-point rise to close at 9,846. The New Zealand dollar is buying at 67.8 US cents, 64.5 to the Australian and 51.7 British pence. And just a bit of news hot off the press from the Financial Markets Authority this evening. The FMA says that it's taking a former listed company to the High Court at Auckland over alleged market manipulation. They allege that the former chief executive of a company called Oceana Natural and two of its directors and another individual with interim name suppression breached disclosure obligations and market manipulation prohibitions 15 times. Now, that was, they allege, when they traded shares between May 2016 and April 2017. Now, this case is a civil proceeding. The FMA is going for financial penalties, and Oceana delisted from NZX's next market last year, and they declined to comment this evening.